In order to find the lowest common denominator, we're going to write all the denominators in factored form. The first one is x times x minus 1 from x squared minus x. And the second one is x plus 1 times x minus 1. Now we need to see what's missing for the denominator to be a common denominator. The first one, we need to multiply by x plus 1 over x plus 1. The second one, x is missing, so we need to multiply it by x over x. Now that the denominators are the same, we can combine the numerators. We're going to find the product of x plus 2 times x plus 1, which is x squared plus 3x plus 2 minus 6x divided by our lowest common denominator, which is x times x minus 1 times x plus 1. We're going to combine the like terms in the numerator. X squared, 3x minus 6x, negative 3x plus 2 divided by the lowest common denominator. We could have stopped here if the numerator wasn't factorable. The numerator is factorable, the product is 2 and the sum is negative 3. Therefore, it's x minus 2 times x minus 1 divided by x times x minus 1 times x plus 1. X minus 1 cancel, and our final answer is x minus 2 divided by x times x plus 1. For the next problem, if we notice that 6 minus 2y, when we force the factorization of negative 1, is really negative 1 times negative 6 plus 2y. When we rearrange the term, it's negative 1 times 2y minus 6. So we can replace 6 minus 2y by negative 1 times 2y minus 6. Therefore, we'll get 3y over 2 minus 6 minus 9 over 2y minus 6. And now the two denominators are the same. 3y minus 9 will be divided by 2y minus 6. We can combine the numerators. And 3 is the greatest common factor of 3y minus 9, so it's 3 times y minus 3. 2 is the greatest common factor of 2y minus 6, and the product is 2 times y minus 3. Y minus 3 cancel, and our final answer is 3 over 2. Between 3 and 9, the LCD is 9 because 9 is a multiple of itself, and also 9 is a multiple of 3. 3 times 3. 9 is our lowest common denominator. We're going to multiply up and down by 3 over 3, which will be 6x, and x over 9 will not change. Our final answer is 7x over 9. 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. 3 is prime, it's just 3. And 12 is 2 times 6, which is 2 times 3. The LCD between 8, 3, and 12 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. So the LCD is 24. And between x, and x, the LCD is x. Therefore, 24x is the LCD. To get 24x, we multiply 8x and 3 by 3. We get 9. We multiply 3x by 8 and 1 by 8. We get 8. We multiply 12 by 2 and 5 by 2. We get 10. The numerator becomes 27. The denominator 24x. The greatest common factor is 3. 27 is 3 times 9. 24 is 3 times 8. So it's 3 get cancelled, and the final answer is 9 over 8x. To find the lowest common denominator, we're going to factor every denominator. The first one is x plus 2 times x minus 2 minus 1 over. The second one is x times x plus 2. 1 over x times x plus 2. Now, for the first one, x is missing. So we multiply by x over x. So the numerator becomes 2x. And the second one, x minus 2 is missing. So we're going to multiply the numerator by x minus 2. Now we're going to keep our denominator and combine the numerators. We have to make sure that we distribute negative 1 over the second numerator. So we get negative x plus 2 divided by our lowest denominator. 2x minus x is just x. We get x plus 2 as our numerator divided by x times x plus 2 times x minus 2. And using parentheses, we can see that x plus 2 is going to cancel, and we're going to be left with 1 divided by x times x minus 2. We're done. X and x plus 5 do not share any factors in common. As a matter of fact, both of them are prime. Therefore, we just have to multiply them together to get the common denominator, the lowest common denominator, which means that we have to multiply the first fraction by x plus 5 over x plus 5. It becomes 7 times x plus 5. The second fraction by x, and the numerator becomes 6x. Using distribution, for the numerator, we'll get 7x plus 35 plus 6x divided by x times x plus 5. 7x plus 6x, 13x plus 35 divided by x times x plus 5. Minus 3x divided by 3 minus x can be written as 3x divided by minus 3 minus x. We put the minus sign in the denominator. Now, 3x divided by, we can distribute the minus sign, and we will have x minus 3. Minus negative x will be positive x, minus 3. X minus 3. So now look at what we have. 5x divided by x minus 3 plus 3x divided by x minus 3. 5x plus 3x is 8x divided by x minus 3.